way I look at y'all two is the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. You go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. If you go look at his fight,
So
I probably put him on game. Yeah,
hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like.
Come on, bro.
Do you ever think we'll see you in Tank? Realistically.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I don't really like talking about him.
Yeah.
Cause like the way that he move is goofy to me. Like it's some weird stuff. I really don't like speaking on him, but like same thing that
Fighting perspective.
Same thing that I said with T.O. If anybody got issues with me or feel some type of way about me, you could come see me on fight night and resolve every issue that you got. Yeah. I stand by that.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis didn't hold back during a fiery live interview, calling out Shakur Stevenson with brutal honesty. Tank bluntly claimed Shakur has no real skills, questioning his fighting style and ability to excite fans, sparking fresh tension between the two undefeated rivals. The heated exchange has reignited one of boxing's most talked about potential matchups, with fans and analysts debating whether this war of words will ever translate into an actual fight inside the ring.
People that can actually hit. No matter all that boxing, you gonna get hit. What you gonna do?
Davis has often criticized Stevenson, labeling him a boring fighter and questioning his punching ability. He suggested Shakur can't hit and lacks excitement, even claiming fans don't want to watch his style, which he sees as ineffective and unentertaining. For Tank, the appeal of boxing is about delivering knockouts in memorable moments, and he believes Stevenson's defensive approach fails to deliver either. This fundamental difference in fighting philosophy has become a central theme in their ongoing rivalry. However, Shakur Stevenson believes Gervonta Davis's attitude toward him has become increasingly hostile as his career has progressed. He feels
Shakur Stevenson, of course he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right, so why people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 126, 30 or nothing.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that stuff?
Davis privately recognizes him as the biggest threat in the division, even if he denies it publicly. And that's why Tank reacts emotionally whenever his name is mentioned. Stevenson sees the constant dismissiveness as a sign of respect. Tank knows Shakur's style presents a unique problem that his power alone cannot solve, and that knowledge fuels his frustration. Many analysts also argue that even though Gervonta Davis has devastating knockout power, he can't beat Shakur Stevenson that way.
What changed?
Competition. As you get older, you start to know what competition is, and he kind of looked at me like I feel like I was a threat, which is rightfully so. Like I don't blame him for the way that he looked at me, but it is what it is. It's two guys that just want to be the best in our sport, and we were ready to lay it all on the line.
Did he say to you like, "Yo, I don't want to be friends," or "We can't," or is it just like a gradual thing where it started to become more distant?
Now you just know energy. You know energy. Once you feel the energy that's coming at you, you understand like, okay, I get it.
When do you think that started to change?
I think as he kind of matured and got older. Once you get older and mature, his energy kind of let it be known like, yeah, you the ops.
They compared it to Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, where skill and control neutralized raw power. The comparison is apt. Both Wilder and Davis possess fight-changing power, but both faced opponents whose defensive mastery and ring IQ made that power ineffective. For Shakur, his ability to avoid damage and control distance would be the key to neutralizing Tank's greatest weapon. Andre Ward has publicly appreciated and praised Shakur Stevenson's talent, saying Stevenson has great potential in boxing because Stevenson is a student of the game who keeps learning, stays dedicated, and trains with great discipline.
But when he come across Shakur Stevenson, I'm going to say it here on the front page, and Tank, I love you, brother, and still would love to talk to you. But when you get in there with Shakur, it's going to remind me of Deontay Wilder fighting Tyson Fury.
Ooh.
Because what you gonna do when you come across a motherfucker you can't knock out? Only thing you gonna do is just get more frustrated.
That's a terrible analogy.
I'm just saying.
Only reason why I'm saying this is a terrible analogy is because Tank Davis. Remember, you've heard Coach Cal say this all the time. He says the same thing, and I know exactly what he means. We just waiting on somebody to pull it out of. You ever hear him say that?
Yeah, yeah.
We got so it's just we ain't been able to show it because ain't nobody been able to pull it out of him. We looking forward to the big fights. We looking forward to the big matchups because those are the kind of people that's gonna pull it out of him. So with a fight with Shakur, you're gonna see this boxing style that you don't usually get.
Himself a defensive master during his career, recognizes in Shakur the same qualities that made him one of the best fighters of his generation. His endorsement carries significant weight in the boxing community, Ward said. We don't truly know how great Shakur can be yet because he's still developing and hasn't faced all of the elite competition possible.
Stuff he could have did, but he's so talented and gifted, man. You know, you also got to trust what he's seeing in there. You know, we're on the outside. You know, but I think he put on a tremendous performance, and obviously, you know, the level he's at, you always look for things he could do better.
This observation highlights both the promise and the uncertainty surrounding Stevenson's career. While his skills are undeniable, the true measure of his greatness will come when he faces the very best in the division, including fighters like Davis who contest every aspect of his game.
He's not done yet, you know, not done yet. He's a great for sure. How great, we don't see. You know, he got a lot, he can box as long as he wants to box. He don't take punishment, and he's a master boxer, you know what I mean? So, just excited for him, man, happy for him, man. You know, it's hard for me to see my brothers fight when I'm not fighting. That's harder to me than to actually fight because I can't help it. So I'm just happy it's over, man. I'm happy he got the win and get home to them babies.
Terrence Crawford explained that Stevenson has the skill, IQ, and discipline to outbox Gervonta Davis. He pointed out that Stevenson's defensive style and control make him one of the few fighters capable of beating Tank. Crawford, who knows what it takes to defeat elite opposition, sees in Stevenson the blueprint for success against a fighter like Davis.
Your little brother, you know what I'm saying, Shakur, that's the fight. Everybody want to see that. That's the 50-50, I think, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying 50-50. I told both of them that. That's a toss-up to me. No bias. Don't just say that because it's your man. Who you got winning that?
I got Shakur.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No. Hey, like I said, I respect Tank. Like, boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
we gonna take his personality and personal things out of it. But boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he knows that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done. So it's not.
His analysis suggests that power alone cannot overcome superior boxing fundamentals. Sean Porter weighed in on the matchup, saying Gervonta Davis can't just rely on a knockout against Shakur Stevenson. He added that Tank knows Stevenson's defensive skills and ring IQ make him a far more complex challenge than a typical opponent.
Everybody thinks that Tank is going to go in there and just knock out Shakur.
That's not going to happen.
But it shouldn't have taken this fight
I knew he couldn't
for people to realize that. Right.
I knew that too. But yeah.
Shakur's a defensive specialist.
And I've been saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, it's something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. It's something that he sees in Shakur. It could be the fact that Shakur was a 2016 silver medalist. You know,
he's got a lot to do with it.
He's that, you know, the silver child of the country, and you know, there's no telling. But this is what I've always known. It ain't just a big straight left or a big left right hook coming from Tank that's going to end that night. That night is going to be the most strategical you've seen both these guys ever be in a fight. I don't know if we're going to ever get it.
I think we will.
You think we will, huh?
For sure. Who else is there if Tank trying to prove he's still the man?
Who else?
Who has shared the ring with elite competition, understands that facing a fighter like Stevenson requires a complete game plan, not just the hope of landing one big punch. Porter also said once Gervonta Davis gets past his legal troubles, he could return even more dangerous, comparing it to how Mike Tyson came back after prison. Porter added that adversity can sharpen a fighter's mindset, and Tank already has that explosive edge.
The message to Tank for him to like make sure he understood, like when you get past this legal situation, he's feel me on this. Tell me if y'all feel me on this. He's gonna be just like Mike Tyson was when Mike came out of jail. Everybody be waiting for him. Mike was the meanest thing before he went away. Tank. And when he came out, everybody wanted to see what version he was now, and who he was now, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. To me, it's the same thing with Tank. He's gonna have an opportunity to really just go right back to being what he was before he went away. It ain't too many people in this world that can do that.
No, it ain't. And Tank is definitely, and now I'm gonna tell you why. It's because they love him like they love Mike. It's what they did when he got in the ring. Like Tank knocks niggas out. Tank gonna always get paid anytime he feel like fighting because he got that knock.
Comparison to Tyson is striking. Both fighters possess otherworldly power and the ability to end fights in an instant, but both have also faced personal challenges that threaten to derail their careers. If Davis can channel his adversity into focus, he could become an even more formidable force. Shakur Stevenson believes Davis would have serious problems with him in the ring because of his defensive IQ, timing, and discipline. He also highlighted a contrast in mentality, saying Tank operates on a me or nobody mindset while he embraces elite competition and proves himself against top-level opposition.
You know, getting to the level that you're at now.
He knew exactly. Deep down inside, he could sit here and say, I'm not this, I'm not a good fighter, I'm not that, but deep down inside, he knows that I'm the truth.
Right.
So with him knowing that, he knows that I'm the biggest threat around where he's at.
Do you see he gets very upset when people ask him about you?
Yeah, I think that's insecurity though. I think he's insecure.
Because he knows that you give him trouble? Like, what's he insecure about in your opinion?
With top level guys like him, cause like I'm kind of different. I look at things like competition, but like his mentality is more so like it's either me or it's nobody. It's not a 1A, 1B, or you don't have nobody equal to you. So I understand his mentality, but I like to prove that I'm the best. So we kind of just move in different ways. Yo, let's make this fight happen.
What is the step now that you make, like in terms of trying to get this done?
I think the main step is one of us gotta find a way to reach out and try to get the fight to happen. It can't be no little kid shit. It can't be no back and forth, go back and forth. We gotta be grown men and get the fight done. Like that's how I feel. I would love to talk to him and have a real conversation and make this fight happen, but you know, some guys be kind of egotistic, so I don't know where his ego is at.
When's the last time you spoke to him privately?
I mean, bro, just like he crazy. Like he'll DM me some crazy shit. And
like what?
I don't even want to say
like smack talk.
Yeah, he talk crazy. Me and him got like DMs with just going back and forth all the time. Yeah.
Recently?
Not too long ago.
Stevenson argues that this difference defines them, with him focused on challenging the best fighters available while Davis prioritizes dominance and control of his own narrative. He feels this mindset gap is exactly why he believes he has the tools to outbox Tank and handle his power over the distance. Stevenson has explained that his relationship with Gervonta Davis broke down mainly because of public tension, misnegotiations, and constant back-and-forth disrespect in interviews and media appearances. He said that early on there was mutual respect, but things changed as callouts increased and discussions about a potential fight never turned into real agreements.
We wouldn't see that.
Me versus Tank. So it's like, with him with his pride and like his ego, it's hard for him to even, want to get on the phone with me, want to reach out or put all that other shit to the side. That nigga just got too much ego, I guess.
But where did the beef come from? It's like, it seemed like he really don't like you.
Nah, he don't.
But why? Like, what did y'all do? Cause y'all was cool at one point, right? We see videos of y'all as amateurs,
cool? Y'all knew each other. Like, where did it start that y'all don't like each other?
Nah, that shit started from him. Like, everybody really think, like, because, you know, people run with, like, false narratives, so they gonna say they versions of, like, the story, but, truthfully, like, when I first was around him, he was showing a lot of love, and then once I became a threat, is where, like, everything switched over. Once, like, people started talking about me and my name started getting bigger, then it was like, I'll go fight, and I'll get on Twitter, and he'll, like, post, oh, he did that because it was a cab driver, or he'll just post some, like, hating ass to where, like, it was unnecessary to go do that because, like, so we was, like, cool type shit, so, but now he, like, flipped it to turn it, like, I did something to him, and he made it so believe that, but, nah, that just, I think, like, in his brain, it's just one person and nobody else could be.
Stevenson also pointed out that both camps began reacting strongly whenever the other's name came up, which created distance instead of clarity. Over time, he felt Davis shifted from being open to a matchup to being more dismissive, while he himself continued pushing for the fight. He believes the rivalry became more about perception and ego than actual boxing talks, with both fighters using media moments to respond rather than sit down and finalize anything in the ring. Meanwhile, Davis has repeatedly said that many fighters only call him out when they already have fights lined up or multiple backup options, using his name more for attention than real intent. He believes
always call me out when they have a fight. You don't never see them call me out when they don't have no fight. Never. Like when they just sitting around saying, they don't never call me out. They always call me out when they got a fight lined up.
All right, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now go look back at it. Like you'll see, like yeah, they faking.
Is it any, like, do you have a, I know you talked before about like these 5-7 fights that you want before you go out. Is that still that? Do you have a list of people that you want to get out the way before you get out of here?
Not really.
No?
Not really. I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, then yeah, for sure I'll attack it. Not really. Not really. I ain't so trying to get out.
They rarely approach him when they are truly free agents, instead creating excuses to avoid a real negotiation. Tank has specifically pointed out that this pattern shows most opponents don't genuinely want the fight but use his popularity to boost their own visibility. He claims that when Shakur Stevenson is already linked to other major names like Devin Haney, his sudden callouts to Davis fit the same pattern. Tank argues that if they truly wanted the fight, they would prioritize it rather than treat it as a backup plan or a media strategy. This perspective.
What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him. Who that? The Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
Y'all
might
keep
be
saying
afraid?
his name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, you know, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only win in basketball and football.
Frames Davis as a fighter who has been burned by opponents using his name for clout without genuine interest in facing him. Davis has consistently dismissed the idea of fighting Shakur Stevenson, often questioning what Stevenson has accomplished and why he should be prioritized. He's publicly stated that he's more interested in names like Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and Vasily Lomachenko, framing those matchups as more meaningful in interviews. Tank has responded to questions about Stevenson with comments like, "What has he done?" signaling that he doesn't view him as a necessary opponent at this stage.
Shakur is massively underrated in terms of his achievements and his ability. Everyone in boxing knows how good Shakur is. He is pound for pound, top 5 in terms of quality. But look at the achievements of the young man. 28 years of age, he's already a 3-division world champion. This is to become a 4-division world champion.
This stance has shaped the narrative around their rivalry, as Davis treats Stevenson less as a must-fight challenger and more as someone still needing to build a stronger resume. It also fuels ongoing debate since Stevenson continues to call for the fight while Davis repeatedly shifts focus elsewhere, reinforcing the perception of strategic avoidance rather than immediate interest. Eddie Hearn recently came out strongly in support of Shakur Stevenson, saying the slick southpaw is one of the most underrated fighters in boxing today.
It's just me, just my nature, man. Like, in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. Like, it's just too much talking, man. You know, like, of course, we've had some fights. You know, Turkey Al-Sheikh has put on some good fights and stuff like that, and it made crazy money, and it made perfect sense. But, like, I'm just saying, man, like, it don't matter. If you was close by my weight class, bro, and we can generate some money, and we can, you know, you got accolades on the line, I'm for it. It don't matter who you are, man. So, but yeah, that's just it. You know, fights in particular I want to see, man. I want to see Tank, and I want to see Shakur, bro. Like, come on. I want to see Tank and Shakur. That's what we want to see. You know, another fight. I want to see, what's that boy name is? I want to see, well, Boots got to fight against Xander. But you know, I want to see all the titles get unified at junior middleweight, junior middleweight. Yeah, I want to see all the titles get unified there. And if you don't want to unify all the titles, if you don't want to pay all those sanction fees, I get it. But you know, fight the champion out there. You know what I mean? Relinquish one belt and go after the champion. That way you don't have to pay so many sanction fees. But yeah, but I want to see stuff like.
According to Hearn, fans and critics alike often overlook just how difficult Shakur is to beat because his style isn't built on knockouts but on elite fundamentals, ring IQ, and defensive mastery. Hearn emphasized that Stevenson's ability to control distance, neutralize dangerous opponents, and dominate rounds makes him a nightmare matchup for anyone, regardless of weight class. He also pointed out that winning cleanly and consistently at the highest level requires a special kind of greatness that often goes unappreciated. In Hearn's view, Shakur's resume, discipline, and technical brilliance deserve far more respect than he currently receives from the boxing public. The endorsement from a promoter of Hearn's stature adds credibility to Stevenson's claims. Tim Bradley has stated that he would most like to see a fight between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson happen this year, calling it one of the most important matchups in boxing. He believes the clash would settle questions about skill versus power and determine who truly leads the lightweight division. Bradley has previously said that Shakur's defense and ring IQ make him a serious challenge for Tank, while Davis brings unmatched knockout power that can change any fight instantly. He also suggested that if Davis gets past other major names, the Stevenson fight becomes the natural next step for clarity in the division. Bradley sees the matchup as the biggest stylistic test for both fighters, with timing, discipline, and patience deciding the outcome more than hype or reputation. What do you think? Should Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson settle this rivalry in the ring, or is the fight still being overhyped outside it? Drop your thoughts below. The debate continues to divide fans and analysts alike, with some believing that Stevenson's defensive mastery would neutralize Tank's power, while others argue that Davis's explosiveness would eventually find its mark. One thing is certain, the demand for this fight is only growing louder, and the boxing world is watching closely to see if these two undefeated stars will finally share the ring.